Storytime with Andy Hillenburg. Welcome to Season 3 of Storytime with Andy. This year, not only are we including questions from my team, we are also including questions from you, the fans. Andy, are you ready to begin?
Ready. Season 3. We're re-signed and not canceled.
Let's get on with it. Well, our next question to get into is Storytime with Andy. Tell me the story about you leaving Indiana to come down to North Carolina. Why and how you got to where you are today.
I grew up wanting to race in the Indy 500. That was my sole goal. I viewed everything else as practice, and I got very close. Close where I actually got fitted in a couple of the cars, but never really got to make a lap, and was pretty discouraged. And Bill Simpson, actually, the late Bill Simpson, said, well, go run the Daytona 500 instead of the Indy 500. And I thought about it, and at first I wasn't very receptive because I didn't know anybody, but he's like, you'll be fine. And actually he brought me down here for a weekend and showed me around, and I really liked North Carolina, and moved down here and made a career out of stock car racing. And after I did run the Daytona 500, a few of my friends are like, well, maybe we ought to go back and run Indy. So I ended up being able to go back and accomplish my lifetime dream. And it's been quite a ride.
Yep. And I understand when you came down here to North Carolina, you didn't have much to your name at the time. So tell us a little bit about that.
I borrowed $100 from Big John Fisher, used to work for A.J. Foyt, and John was a big supporter of mine, and I told him I had to go work for a couple of days, and he said, what for? Get down there. And I said, well, I got to go make me a little bit of money, and he handed me a $100 bill, and I think I had another 10 or 12 to go with it, and stopped to see my dad, and he gave me a bag of pretzels and a 2-liter bottle of soda. And I had a suitcase and a helmet bag. In the first week that I was in North Carolina, I lived up on the corner in my truck at the Simpson store, and was here to seek my fortune, so to speak. And crazy story. And I would be very nervous if one of my kids were to do something like that crazy, but it actually worked out for me. So it was all good. Mm-hmm. And about 3 or 4 years later, I actually sent Big John back $200, and he thought that was the neatest thing in the world. And John's not with us anymore, but he was a big part in my first step in getting to North Carolina.
Nice. That's awesome to hear. All right, these are our rapid fire questions.
Rapid fire?
All right. Well, we're just going to jump right into it. Favorite color?
It changes, believe it or not. It changes on my mood. So blue is probably the answer that you want to hear, because when it's blue, I'm pretty calm. But blue is the one that I try to like the most. Zachary, thank you for including me on story time with Zachary. It's really hard to make it out there in the sport of racing this day and age, and it's getting harder because you have to continually find sponsorship, put forth the effort behind the wheel and outside the car, and everybody needs to come up with their own little story or agenda to be different, and so you really set yourself apart here, and it's been a lot of fun for me, and I hope we have a season 4 and we don't get canceled after 3, so everybody get out there and support Zachary Tinkle at your racetracks.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in to Season 3 of Storytime with Andy.
You gotta go over your shoulder like Letterman. Go over your shoulder. This way, Zachary. That's the way Letterman would.